Now, in any program I deliver, specifically one on ethics, I like to infuse it with a little bit of pop culture. So in this program, I've already told you to bring up, think about experiences that you've had as a leader of teams or member where you didn't feel comfortable speaking up. But we can also look to TV shows or films where that might have been the case, resulting in bad decisions. I thought I'd bring you a few pop culture moments from movies and films that you may or may not have seen that we will examine, we can think about from this point of view of psychological safety. The film Office Space, if you've ever seen that film, it was a favorite of mine, and I have an image of a printer, which is for me also something I found quite joyful in that movie. I struggled with a particular printer in the firm that I was with when I was a co-op student. Never worked. It always said PC load letter. I didn't know what that meant. But the movie was more about the teams working together, three individuals working together to figure out if they should do something that had some consequences. And you'll see, if you watch that movie from the point of view of psychological safety, speaking up, it wasn't there, and they made some pretty bad decisions. How about a better example of a team where they do speak up, they do talk about things, and they do make good decisions? One of my favorite TV shows, Parks and Rec. Leslie Knope, Ann Perkins, Ron Swanson, April Ludgate, Tom Haverford. If you've ever seen that show, there's a bunch of different personalities, and we'll talk about that as well. And what you'll notice is that a lot of the decisions that they make, there's conflict, there's discussions, especially with Leslie Knope and Ron Swanson. But they do talk about difficult things. They do speak up. And a lot of the times in those episodes, the situation resolves itself. Now, again, it's TV, it's pop culture, but I thought I'd bring you some examples. And the final one, I've been watching The Mandalorian, which I've really enjoyed. It's a fantastic show. And you have Mando, Grogu, which is also known as Baby Yoda, but Greef Karga, Cara Dune, Fennec Shand, these different characters in the show that have to make really difficult decisions as a team. And you can see in certain episodes they don't make the best decisions, but as they get to know each other and they foster a conversation where they can talk to each other and really be open about what is happening, they make better decisions. Now, those are pop culture references, so I recommend all those shows. But we'll also talk about real life experiences and this concept of psychological safety. Let's get into our first module. What is psychological safety?